Hey folks, and welcome to this newest, latest, finest episode of the Video Game Choo podcast. I am your host, John, and with me this week we have Michael.
I am not eating a tuna sandwich.
And we have Ryan.
I am not eating a tuna sandwich either, but someone on this podcast is.
Well, I was eating a tuna sandwich before we started recording.
You know what's weird, and I didn't think about this when you said it, but I ate a tuna sandwich earlier today.
Ooh.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's my question. What do you put on your tuna sandwich? Because
Tuna.
It's just tuna and mayo?
It's like a big, it's like a slab of tuna.
Oh.
Just a live fish. No, it's, normally when I make it, it's tuna fish. I usually get two different kinds, like white chunk and the normal chunk.
Oh, a chill
Mix
just ran
them.
up my spine.
Mix them
I'm
with
not
mayonnaise.
Sorry, I'm not a fan of canned tuna.
Well, sometimes I get pouch.
Great.
That makes it better. Actually, that's usually...
Makes it worse. That makes it worse, actually.
I get pouch tuna, so...
Ugh.
And then mayonnaise and pepper, and then here I've been eating it with celery in it as well. So,
Ooh.
and then a little bit of
I like
mustard and maybe a pickle, and you're good to go.
Maybe a pickle.
That sounds
not
pretty good.
Not always, but sometimes.
Not always. As for me, I go for just mayo, the tuna.
Yeah.
Wait, do you put
Mayo
mayonnaise
first.
on the sandwich?
No.
Okay.
I mix it in for the it's the
Good.
tuna and the
Good.
mayo mixed together. I'll put some salt and pepper in there too and mix that up.
Sure.
Nice little seasoning.
And then I'll put some lettuce, a slice of cheese on there, and that's perfect.
Sure.
No tomatoes?
I don't eat tomatoes, Michael. You should know this by now. You have been in this podcast for how many episodes?
I think over a
Many.
year now. Yeah, over
quite
a
a
year.
few.
We're close to it.
Yeah, this has been
I feel-
over your year. Yeah.
I feel like while you were telling me about your experiences with Rare Replay, that you love tomatoes.
Are you
So-
sure that was your experience with Rare Replay?
No,
Because
it's yours because you have that. You've had an Xbox One for as long as I've known you.
Michael, I don't have an Xbox One.
Yeah, you do. Don't lie.
I definitely don't have that. Michael, I don't own an Xbox One.
I think you do. I think you're lying to me.
I almost did this week.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
very
that was
upset that I
sad.
don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only thing John owns is a Vita, so...
It's true. Yeah, I just play all the anime games on my Vita, and
Ugh.
I cry every night.
Don't we all?
I'm just sitting there like, oh, is there another sporty girl?
Oh.
That's great. I can't wait to hear her say that I need to run track with her. I'm so excited.
Your gritted teeth coming through the Wi-Fi waves.
I was trying really hard to make it obvious that I was like, "Ugh."
Yeah.
But no, sometimes anime is pretty terrible, but sometimes anime is pretty good.
I don't know. My recent experience with anime was pretty fucking terrible. Those things
Yeah.
we watched, those
Yeah.
were terrible.
John, what would you say
Oh
are
my God.
the top 10 animes ever?
One Piece.
Naruto's got to be on there.
One
Yeah.
Piece.
One Piece, Bleach. What else?
How about Death Note?
Death Note, definitely.
Well, that's
on
number
there.
one with a pen.
Yeah.
It's the number one with a moleskin.
And what I mean, you got all those classics. You got Sailor Moon.
Shut your fucking mouth. Sailor Moon is good.
No, I know.
Card
Just
captor Sakura. There you go.
Don't.
Oh no, are we
Don't
gonna
do
start
this to
listing
me.
our top 10 favorite magical girls?
No.
So we got Madoka.
No.
We
no.
got
Stop.
Usagi.
No. When we get into real discussions of anime, I have to put an actual end to it. No.
You don't have
talk
to.
about we could talk. We
Yes,
could
I
talk
do.
about anime next week.
Is
Yeah,
that a
next
promise
week.
or a threat?
A little bit of both. I just say that because I'm allowed to say this too. I'm gonna be reviewing. Valkyria Chronicles Remastered.
Wow.
I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to talk about it actually, but
But you
see.
are reviewing it.
I am reviewing it. I can at least say that.
Nice.
Cool.
So
I hear good things about that.
Yeah, it's a good game. I mean, honestly, I'm not 100% sure why it's like a big like I don't know. I mean, like they might be worried about like spoilers or something, but like unless they like change shit in that game's like what, 6 years old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So-
Maybe it's terrible, or maybe it's so wonderful that they don't want they want it to all hit at once.
Yep.
They super remastered it. They made it better.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Can't believe it. But let's talk about games that we actually did play and we can talk about.
No more sandwich update.
No, sandwich update is over.
Sandwich update.
Sandwich update.
Tune in next week for your additional sandwich update.
Yep. A follow update, if you will.
Great.
That's what we call it.
Sure.
Yep. Follow along for the next update. Follow update. Ryan, how about we start with you?
Hi, John.
Ryan, what?
John.
What'd you play?
What did I play? What did
Ryan,
I play? Well,
No, what did I play?
I
John,
played
Ryan,
more,
you tell me what I played.
I tell you what you played, Michael.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you tell me what I played and tell me how I liked it, and then I tell you what you
Well,
played, and I'll tell you how you liked it.
Okay, sure.
Please
well,
don't. Please, no.
Okay. I will guess, Michael, that you probably
Sure.
did play a little bit more of Stardew Valley, as did I.
All right. How did I find it, and totally not you?
How did you find Stardew Valley? Well, I hope you've been enjoying it. I mean, I don't know why you'd still be playing it if you weren't enjoying it, but I liked it. I don't know if John likes it, but I would think you and I like it, Michael.
I do like it. How far are you in it? What year are you on?
I'm still on year 1. I haven't had a whole lot of time to play it. I am in the fall of year 1, like maybe halfway through the fall, maybe like 10 days into it. So that's about where I am. I've just been kind of, taking things slow, taking things steady, and enjoying my time with the game. Building some farms, or a farm, I guess. Making a lot of mayo with my dang chickens, the eggs and such.
Everyone knows chickens make mayonnaise.
Of course, you milk them
that's
like a cow. It just comes out.
Shoots right out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Delicious.
Yep, bottle and all. But yeah, I've been playing that. I've also been playing some, for editorial purposes, but also because I like this game. I've been playing some Alien vs. Predator, the version from 1999, and there is an article up on the site with the video, or at least there is by the time this podcast comes out, so if it sounds like your kind of thing, check it out. I like that game. It's the first game I've sort of looked at for my whole license thing that I feel like is an actually legitimately good game, which is nice. They really do the two properties justice, the properties of Alien and Predator, since it's Alien versus Predator. So that's really nice.
This is for Land of the License, your little your editorial and video series, right?
Yes, yeah, that's
Okay.
that's the stuff that's going to be up on the site for this, but or is up on the site for this at this point. But as far as being a first-person shooter for PC goes, from 1999, I mean, it had a lot of pretty stiff competition. If I remember correctly, that's the same year that like Half-Life came out, and like one of the Quake games and some stuff like that. So it's kind of, from what I feel like, kind of fallen by the wayside against those bigger, more well-known games of that period in PC gaming. But I think
juggernauts.
Yeah, exactly. The juggernaut titles of first-person PC shooters, but I think it stands really well as its own game. I also think, like I said, it does a lot of justice to the franchises that it brings in. So I would definitely recommend that game to anybody who's a fan of Aliens and or Predator who still hasn't played it. I would also tentatively recommend it to people who just like first-person shooters. I mean, it's got a lot of really cool mechanics, like all the characters have different vision modes. It's basically the same thing, but they package them differently, and all the characters have their own special abilities and that kind of thing, because there are 3 campaigns. There's
don't give the whole thing away. Make them go read your article and watch your video.
Yeah, thanks for stopping me, Michael. I got a little too excited, but check out the article. I was gonna say read the video. Don't read the video because I'm not sure if it'll have subtitles or not. I mean, I'll try my best, but I can't make any guarantees. But anyway, that's a good game. And between that and Stardew Valley, that's pretty much most of what I've been playing for the last week. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, but nothing is immediately jumping to mind. So there you go. My week in video games.
All right. Thanks for the update, Ryan.
This is your week in video games.
My week in video games. It's not your week.
Your week.
Video games.
No.
Yours. Yours, not his.
Yep.
Michael, now it's yours. This is your week in video games.
My week in video games. Let's just keep saying that constantly.
Yeah, let's make that a thing. But not this week. Michael, what have you been up to? What have you been playing?
You know, I thought I was going to come on here and just be like, oh, I don't know, Stardew Valley, and then just kind of leave it to you and put the pressure onto John of what have you been playing, John?
Sure.
And then, off the top of my head, 3 different things came up. So we'll start the show with the showstopper. I've been playing Disney Magic Kingdoms, which is a mobile game. That just came out. It's a Gameloft game, and it's akin to like Simpsons Tapped Out, where instead of building the Springfield, you're just building a Magic Kingdom. But it's got a lot of Disney characters. It has like a lot of Disney charm to it. It's a lot of kind of building a building and setting people onto tasks, and then waiting for them to finish those tasks. But so far it's moved at a pretty nice clip, and it has Disney characters in it, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
so
it's always nice.
It has like some new kind of little mechanics that something like Simpsons doesn't have, or I haven't seen in games like that. Like there's a happiness mechanic, so if you keep all the kids happy by sending them to ride their favorite rides or seeing their favorite characters, you'll get a bonus to all the items you collect. So like instead of getting 1 item that'll help me build buildings, I get like 2 of them. So keeping the happiness up just makes the game easier. I think that's just more of a bonus of if you keep coming back, the happiness will continue to climb, and if you don't, it will slowly fall.
Yeah, I got you.
So I think that's like a compelling mechanic to keep you coming back. Then we got a code for Day of the Tentacle Remastered, which I am. How far am I? I'm a little bit past, for people who have played it, I'm a little bit past the human show, which I believe is just about halfway. I'm actually really enjoying it, which I didn't think I would. I've never played a lot of those adventure games. I don't know if you guys have, like the LucasArts. Yeah.
I've only played Grim Fandango for the remaster that they put out last year, which was excellent, but also, man, those puzzles.
Yep.
Yeah, I have Grim Fandango to get to. It's on my PC and on my PS4. But I didn't know what to expect. I played some adventure games when I was a kid, and I played stuff like Myst, and of course I played the Telltale games. But it's really enjoyable. Like it's fun. It's funny. Some of the puzzles, I think if I banged my head on them enough, I would get. But I've been using a walkthrough just to not kill myself.
Sure.
But even if you are the type of person who wants to use a walkthrough, like do yourself a favor and poke around the game a bit. Talk to characters who you don't know yet or aren't supposed to talk to yet, because A, it doesn't break anything, and B, it's fun. They have fun things to say.
Yeah.
So, and there's some conversation dialogue, like conversation choices you can make, and those tend to be pretty funny. Like like comparing it to what the most modern day relevant kind of game, which would be Telltale games. Comparing the two, it's apples and oranges, because this kind of game is just much better written.
Sure.
The characters maybe aren't as fleshed out. They're very one note since they're all comic characters, but it is just better written. Just everything is a joke. Everything, and they work, and they're puns, and there's references, and it never feels like it's overwrought. It just feels like it's not taking itself too seriously. Yeah. I don't think like games today don't do that. So by the time you hear this, there should be a review up. I'm pretty much done with the review. I just need to finish the game. Make sure there's not some impossible puzzle somewhere.
Yeah.
But the puzzles are, some of them are a little like you read it and you're like, I would have never ever done that. And some of them you read it and you're like, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know.
I gotcha.
And then finally, I have what has been taking me away from Stardew Valley, though I have been playing that some, is Factorio, which we streamed a bit of. Stardew Valley is for babies. Factorio is for men.
Oh no!
Holy shit! Like, I still love Stardew Valley. That's not saying that it's bad, but Jesus, Factorio has me. It's like a fever.
It sounds pretty interesting from what you told me. Like, what exactly is it though?
We streamed it a couple weeks ago. If you want to look on the site, there's in our video section you can find a 2 interviewee and Factorio stream, and it's the second game we played. The basic story is that you're a dude who crash landed on a planet, and you sort of have to make your spaceship. To do that, you need to mine the planet's resources, and those resources are like ore, iron ore, copper ore, stone, coal. And you start out with real basic stuff. Everything's at the very beginning is coal run, so you have coal run, smelters that turn the ore into plates. You have coal run drillers that get the ore for you, and you can set up these conveyor belts, and you can set up these robotic arms that will pick stuff up off the conveyor belt and either put it into the smelter or into something else, or take it out of something. So it's all about taking all these elements and setting up automation.
Yeah.
And that automation gets more and more complex. The very beginning stages are all about setting up your automation, making sure everything's powered by coal, and then making sure everything's powered by electricity. And then you go from there to setting up labs, and those labs take science, so then you have to start making science in automation buildings, which then pick up essentially the raw resources you're making and make little kind of beakers. And those beakers go into your labs, and then those start opening up tech trees. And then it just kind of goes from there. Like the automation gets deeper, more complex. You need more science. You start opening up power armor because there are aliens that will attack your settlement. You start opening up automatic turrets, laser turrets. You can build walls. You can build trains. It gets really, really complicated. If you want to go look up Factorio's gameplay trailer, it kind of shows in a very quick succession, like you start with the dude in a pickaxe, and then suddenly you have trains running automatically, picking up ore from the far side of the map and bringing it to your side of the map and dumping it off, all automatically. And you're building this up all by yourself. So, what really feels great about it is it's the combination of sort of that learning curve that is in Minecraft of how do I make this easier on myself? How do I stop myself from running back and forth to go to this ore mine or this cave where I get everything? How do I make this easier on myself using what I have? So there's that discovery, and then there's the sort of Rube Goldbergian machine that when you look at it, looks like, well, I had to do that fucking, it looks like you threw spaghetti at the floor. Like, of just conveyor belts everywhere, and there's mines and steam engines, but then there's some over here, and you're just like, well, I had to do it that way. That's how everything fit. And then after a while, it's just, only you could really work it out. It, like, even when I see maps of other people's factories, I just kind of have to slowly, like, okay, there's their copper. Like, I slowly have to figure out, like, how does this all work? But it has a wonderful tutorial and campaign that kind of take you step by step. Like, this is how you make something. This is what happens when bugs attack. Like, kind of gets you in the groove of automation. And then there's a free play mode and a sandbox mode. So kind of however you would like to play it, you can play it. So if you want to play a campaign, it's in there. I don't know how deep it is. And if you just want to sit there and bang your head against free play and see how far you can get, which kind of reminds me of Dwarf Fortress now that I think about it, of like set up these complicated systems until you hit a wall and you don't understand how to do the next thing, and then start anew once you understand that next thing. That's what I do with Dwarf Fortress. So it's incredible. Like
it sounds pretty interesting and pretty complex. So
definitely,
yeah. And I saw something, some post by the guy who made it, years old, on, I want to say on like Minecraft forums or something, somewhere, and it's essentially him saying, I followed my dream and I applied to Mojang, who back then owned Minecraft, or were independent and owned and made Minecraft. And he said they didn't reply to him, so he decided that he and a friend were going to make this game on their own, and he links to the Indiegogo campaign for Factorio. So that was like 4 years ago. And so this guy, instead of working at Mojang, just went off and made this incredible kind of his own management sim, which is, I think there's a Rock, Paper, Shotgun article on it that essentially describes it as the management sim to end all management sims.
Jeez.
Like, it really is of just, like, 1 minute you feel like you're barely keeping it all together and you're spinning plates and juggling at the same time, and the next minute you're just sitting there like, yeah. It's like bending nature to my will, and then something breaks or something opens up, and then you have to start spinning the plates all over again. It's great.
Like, from sitting in on that stream and watching you play that, there was plenty of plate spinning. Like, you were just like, oh, I need to make sure that this cart goes to the right area, or else I'm going to lose like a shit ton of ore, and that's gonna kill me. Like, all this stuff just happens. Or I need to make sure that this arm reaches over here into this cart, or else it's just gonna start shoveling coal into nothing, and then I'm gonna be out like tens of thousands of pounds of coal.
Yeah,
it's pretty wild.
It's intense, but it's a good kind of, like, I never feel like I'm panicking. I just feel like, all right, what's the solution? How do I do this right? And then to go online and see people how organized everything is, I don't know how they do it. Like, it almost makes me want to bust out. I kind of wish it was on a grid so that I could bust out a piece of graph paper and just kind of like, all right, where is it? Or okay, this is the, like, I wish I could do that. It makes me want to do that. Of like, open a map and then just pause it and just think, and then plan it out in my head. So that I can't believe that game's even in early access. That's like, it's $20 on Steam early access, and I can't kind of believe that. Like, it seems done. Like I don't see, like, it doesn't break apart. To me, there aren't any glitches. Granted, I'm not very far into it, but it has me hooked pretty hard.
Cool.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
I'll have to check it out. Sounds pretty intense, but I'm interested. So
there's a free demo on their website. So if you're interested, pick up the demo, and then that way you can at least play it and see if you like it, and then go from there. So but it's only $20. So it's not like it's a huge price.
Only. So
it's not 60. So.
Well, it's not 60, but anything more than 5 is an investment for me.
Sure, yeah, no, I understand, but
I got you.
That's been about it. A little bit more Stardew Valley here and there. I restarted, so I have a new save.
Oh yeah,
and just because I knew what I was doing this second time around, so now I'm like deeper in the mine, and I have a better kind of set up farm for myself.
Yeah,
I like it.
I kind of thought about that because I've done that in other games before. Knowing what I know now, going back and doing it over again, I'd certainly be a lot more efficient. But at the same time, it's like I'm already, like,
it's a big time investment.
Into it. Yeah, exactly. And I guess if I really wanted to redo my farm, I could just do it in this file. And I mean, maybe someday once I get far enough in that game and I feel like I've done pretty much everything I can do, I'll definitely start over, but I have no idea when that's going to be. So
yeah, I did it after going away for pretty much a week, and then came back. It was like, I'll just redo it. I'll just do it now, bite the bullet, and then it'll feel better than if I were to like restart my old save, feel bad about it, and then go start a new one. I can just go and do it. Yeah. So,
I mean,
so I'll keep plugging away on that, I guess.
Yeah, if I had only been like like a couple weeks into it or like 1 month into it, and I thought about it, then maybe I would have. But since I'm pretty much knee deep into like the first year at this point, I'm not gonna do anything like that. So.
Oh yeah, I was almost in the second year, and I restarted.
Jeez.
So.
Jeez.
I'm a crazy person. Don't do as I do.
Yeah.
So that's been about it. I thought there was something else, but I really can't think of it. So.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Well, as for me.
As for you, John. Hey, John.
Hi.
How's your week in gaming been?
Well, I played a little bit of Stardew Valley.
Mm-hmm.
And
you don't like it.
Well, I don't know if I'd say I don't like it. I would say that it hasn't clicked for me yet. I've played maybe like 4 or 5 hours of it, and so far I don't know. I don't really get it.
What hasn't clicked with you? Like, what part of it don't you get? I'm just curious.
See, I don't know. It's just, it's not that I don't understand any part of it or anything. It's just like everyone who's played that game has told me that a couple hours in, they just feel like something just like happens, and they feel like they can keep playing it over and over, and like continue playing through days and all that. But for me, I'm just like, okay, I watered my plants, I hacked down some trees and stuff, and I kind of feel like I don't have anything to do after that.
Sure.
I sell some plants, I look around town, and nobody's really cooperative. Everyone just says, oh, hi, and then that's it. I don't feel like I'm not really driven to do anything past like the very basic tasks yet. And I know that there's like the mines and there's the community center stuff, but like I don't know, I just don't feel really driven to do any of that stuff because I'm just nothing's really like feeling rewarding yet. I'm just kind of just plopping some shit in my trunk and walking away. All right.
So what I'll say is to at least keep trying until you open the community center and the alien stuff, and because once you start like fulfilling those bundles, even like this not the full bundle that opens like the mine carts or anything or builds the bridge, like individual ones, those will give you rewards that are like A, gives you that little kind of shot of like victory, I did it. But then B, it kind of gives you like, here's some seeds for here's some unique seeds. You don't have to buy them.
Yeah.
And then that results in you expanding your farm a little bit, and then you have to go get rocks because you need to build your fence wider. Or it'll give you like your first beehive. And then you're like, oh, I would have never built the beehive. And then you just go put a beehive down, and you're like, oh, cool, honey. Oh, it makes me some money. I'll build 3, 10, 40 more. Like, it just kind of accrues really quickly. And I think by the time you get done by the time you're in like the middle of summer, like you can start fishing, and the more you fish, the more it opens up with the fisherman of stuff you can buy from him, and the more you level up and the more you can craft. Like the more you do individual things, the more it opens up for you, and the more rewarding those individual things become.
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like that game just needed like a better opening part of getting you in the groove of things.
Sure.
They just kind of plop you down, and they're just like, figure shit out. And
it rolls it out. Go ahead.
There's so many things that you can do in that game, and there's so many like valid ways to progress that I can understand why they did that. But as someone like, I don't know, I'm someone who appreciates structure in games, at least at first, before they let you off. So, I don't know, I really like to have a basic understanding of exactly how to get started before I just spread my wings and fly.
See, that's the thing I kind of like about Stardew Valley, is it doesn't hit you over the head with like a tutorial, and it doesn't give you like a lit path ahead of you. It just says, go ahead, and it's the sort of thing, it's the mistake I made mentally when it gives you the first quest of like, introduce yourself around town. Like, I every day went into town and was like, I need to find them all. Like, all these different things I was trying to do just to get that quest. And then about, I don't remember how far it was, but at some point I realized like, oh, it just came about naturally. Like, eventually the game pointed me in the right direction. It took a while than I was used to, but pointed me in the right direction, and I met everybody. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. And then, so, like, that game has a different attitude towards pace, and, like, it's almost like a buffet of, like, what would you like to eat today? instead of like, yeah, you'll eventually eat all these things in the buffet, but today's steak. Like, I'm glad that it gives me all those choices every day and slowly but surely adds a new food item there. Like a tuna sandwich, let's say.
I mean, yeah, I guess to me, I just want my tuna sandwich, and I want it now, damn it!
No, you will eat steak or one of the other many choices. What buffet would serve steak and tuna sandwiches?
What buffet serves tuna sandwiches in general? Jeez.
A really bad one. Really bad one.
One on like a college campus, probably.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so yeah, other than me being a fucking moron about Stardew Valley and
you're not being a moron. Everyone's allowed different opinions.
No, I'm just kidding.
Except for you.
Yes. The game that I have been playing a lot of and I really, really, really like is Pokken Tournament.
Never heard of it.
It's the new game by Nintendo and Bandai Namco.
Ooh. I've heard of that first one. Who's the second one?
The people that made Tekken.
Oh, I only play like fighting games for the last 10 years.
Tekken.
Thanks.
Tekken came out in the last 10 years. Some of them did.
How akin to Tekken is Pokken?
Ugh.
A little bit of it's like more than you think, but maybe not as much as you think in some regards. It's a very new system. It's not like Tekken in that there are because Tekken's whole thing is that the 4 face buttons are like your arms and legs. There's nothing like that, but it's still kind of like the juggling aspects are very similar to Tekken. Like, you know how in Tekken you can kind of like chain combos to, like moves together and you can keep your opponent in the air. It's like that. Like that feels like Tekken. But Pokken is just a very, very good fighting game. It's way better than I thought it would be. I was very worried about that game when I first saw it because when you watch that game in a video, it seems like something that would be very hard to like get a good grasp of how it plays.
It's not a normal fighting game, so it like,
absolutely isn't.
When you look at it, you just go like, "What the fuck am I watching?"
So to explain the concept, you play as one of 16 Pokemon. 14 kinda because there are.
Wow, that's just losing characters by the second.
Well, no, because there are two Pokemon have like they're not really variations, but they are very different characters, but they are like different versions of that Pokemon because there's Pikachu and Pikachu Libre, and there's Mewtwo and Shadow Mewtwo. So there are 16 different Pokemon like characters, but there are 14 Pokemon.
Okay.
If you get what I'm saying. Yeah. So
that's
play
dumb.
as one of these 16 you play as one of these 16 characters, and there are 2 phases to fighting. There is the field phase and the duel phase. When you're in the field phase, you can openly run around this 360-degree area around the map. And as you run around, you can either like fire a projectile, or you can rush up and do like a homing attack and try to land some hits.
So kind of like Power Stone.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But then once you land enough hits, or you just land one strong enough hit, you enter duel phase, which it shifts to a sort of 2D style camera angle, and you're able to do different attacks. You're able to do different like stances, or you can press up and press different buttons to do different moves, or press down to do other moves. And once you get enough hits in that mode, it shifts again back to field mode. So you just shift between these phases over and over. You're trying to get as much damage in between shifts.
So is it health bar? Is it health bar like just like normal fighting game? Okay.
Yes, it is. There is a health bar. It doesn't take that long to run down someone's health bar if you're really hammering in on them. But because of the phase shifts, and because if you ram someone against a wall, it's very easy for them to bounce off and be able to recover. This game it's very easy to recover in this game. Even if you're getting completely trounced, you can turn the tide very easily. Like I have been getting walloped 1 second, and then I turn it around and win the whole match like a second later. It's very easy. It's very quick. You like just watching that game, it seems like it is so difficult to grasp, but the tutorial in that game is I think it is safe to say it is the best fighting game tutorial I have seen. Like, Skullgirls used to be the best fighting game tutorial, in my opinion, but this game blows that out of the park. Like, it is just the way that they just hammer information down into you, but with such great language and with such great tutorialization that it is that you can understand it without any trouble at all. Like, I ran through that tutorial once. Like, I mean, I am probably a bit more learned than the average Joe about fighting games, but I ran through that tutorial once, and I knew how to play that game. Like,
could someone who like knew how to throw, a spear in Mortal Kombat or Hadouken in Street Fighter, but didn't know the minutia of it all, could they just pick it up and play? Like, how complicated are the controls? Do you need to know move sets, or
there are no like directional, like the only like directional input is like pushing forward or pushing backward. There are no quarter circles, half circles, any of that. It's just the 4 buttons and pushing forward or backward. That's
so
it.
What makes it complicated? Like, am I just spamming XX, or not XX? I guess on. What would it be on a Nintendo controller? XXY?
Well, there's X, Y, A, and then B is jumping.
So am I just spamming 3 different, like a character action game? Am I running at someone and going XXB and then just doing the combo that works the best? Like, what makes a special move versus, like, I don't know, I punched you with Machamp.
Well, your Y button moves are usually more like projectile based.
Okay.
Your X buttons are more physical, and your A button moves are usually tied to the specific ability that your Pokemon has. Like, for example, Machamp's ability is that he uses Bulk Up, and that'll make his next attack stronger.
Okay.
So you can kind of chain attacks and then use Bulk Up really quick and then make that like your finisher. Or Pikachu Libre uses Quick Attack, so you can use Quick Attack and then like dodge a move and then like slide out of the Quick Attack into another attack.
What does Chandelure do? What's his special attack?
Chandelure. I haven't really played that much of Chandelure, but I know that Chandelure.
Sarcasm. Chandler, yeah. Right? Yeah, friends. Sarcasm.
Chandelure can use Overheat, which, if you know anything about Pokemon, Overheat, it's
so
a
can
super
I.
powerful move. Yeah. No, it's a super powerful move, but then it cuts your special attack, so it's basically Chandelure just uses a really powerful attack, then for the rest of the round it's weaker.
Great.
And then there's also I think it's called there's a synergy bar, which is like your super meter, and then you press both L and R buttons, and then your Pokemon will enter like a super form, which if the Pokemon has a Mega Evolution, they'll Mega Evolve. If not, they'll just get super powered. Like Machamp just turns orange, Pikachu just gets like super electrified, stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then if you press those buttons again, you'll use your super move. So you can kind of choose between, would I rather just have my attacks be stronger for a little bit, or do I want to just get my super move out there and just wreck some shit? Like, there is this constant balance of trying to figure out what you want to do, but it never feels overwhelming. Just, like, it's very easy to figure out what you want to use, and the best part is, not only is that basic tutorial there for you to teach you how to play the game in general, there are also separate tutorials to teach you every single different Pokemon. Like, you can run through a tutorial that will show you every character's moves, like from their basic moves to their special abilities to their super moves to everything. And then there is also another tutorial to show you their bread and butter combos.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, like, that is what separates it from, like, say, Skullgirls or any other great fighting game tutorial, is that they actively break down the combo system, and they just want to they want you to completely understand that game before they let you out into the wild. They break down every minute detail about every single character in that game, and it is so just commendable that they did that. And
how's the online?
In all the online matches that I've played, I have not encountered lag once.
Nice.
So the netcode is good.
Are people online like just killer, or are they just kind of still trying to figure it out.
I mean, I've been playing mostly friendly matches instead of ranked matches, but I've been going up against like Japanese players, and they've had that game longer, and I've been able to stand my own. So,
Okay.
I'm
just wondering, like, if there will be a fighting game community around this, or if this is just like a one-shot deal, and then because it sounds like with all the tutorials, you would imagine they're not done. Because why put all that effort in there if this is a one-shot deal? Like you would hope, and I saw some of the sales figures and how like Wii U sales went up 115% in Japan after the release of this game. So to me, that says the game is doing really well, or at least pretty well. So
there's obviously going to be DLC for this in the future. They're going to continue to support it. I can't say for sure. I can't say for sure how this is going to be supported by the fighting community, especially over... Like, I'm sure there will be a thriving community in Japan. I don't know how it's going to do over here, especially because Street Fighter is just finally picking up. So
yeah, right, if it updates.
Yeah, once that game updates, I think maybe... like the Capcom Pro Tour is going on right now, so it's kind of hard to say that if people are going to want to gravitate towards this game. But we'll see, like it's going to be at EVO. It's going to be at a bunch of other like Road to EVO places. Like I definitely know that CEO is going to have it. So, I'm pretty excited. So
see John play Pokken Tournament at CEO.
I'm going to need a lot more practice before I enter tournaments.
You got this.
I don't know.
I believe in you. I believe in you.
But no, I really like Pokken Tournament. I have had way more fun with Pokken Tournament than I have had with Street Fighter so far. So
that's that's like apples and oranges. One's a broken game with incomplete content, and one's Pokken. So
I'm just yeah, but like I don't know, like Pokken. If I had one gripe about Pokken, it's that the single player isn't great, and that's just because it is this very strange, like league-based system. Where you just rise through the ranks.
At least there is a single player.
Yeah, the single player's there, and it works basically. But yeah,
and it's there.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah,
it makes me almost wanna go get it. But
sure, I mean, if you get it, we can play. So.
And a dead console.
Yep. Rest in peace.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Let's move on to news, gentlemen. What do you say?
What do you say?
That's what I say.
We don't really have a choice. You're the host.
Yeah.
All right, then my say goes, folks.
I refuse.
Okay. Well, Michael, then we're gonna skip your news. Ryan,
no, my news is cool.
Go? Well, then you have to wait now because you are insolent. Ryan?
Insolent.
Yes, Ryan, what's your news?
Well, I've got two kind of news stories, and they're both kind of similar. The first one, have y'all ever played Scribblenauts?
Yes.
Yeah, I played it too, and I remember really enjoying it. And I also played Drawn to Life. So both those games were made by Fifth Cell. And earlier this last week, everybody thought that Fifth Cell was closing because Tim Borelli, who I guess is one of the developers or maybe the owner of Fifth Cell, put out a tweet.
He's the lead animator.
Okay, lead animator.
Was the lead animator.
Yeah, was being the operative word here. So because of what he and some other people said, that or mostly him, people were under the impression that Fifth Cell was completely closing. But it turns out that wasn't entirely the case, and instead, just most of the staff is being laid off. So, not really closing, but pretty dang close. Basically, Warner Brothers canceled their mobile game, Scribblenauts Fighting Words. Nobody really gave an official statement, but I don't know. I hope the people there end up somewhere else because they make pretty enjoyable games. So
their CEO and founder, whose name I can't remember,
Jeremiah Slatska.
Yeah, good job. I have no clue how to pronounce it.
That. No.
Yeah, he seems like a really nice guy. He eventually gave comments to Kotaku and Polygon, and maybe gave an official statement. I didn't follow up, but he essentially set the record straight and just kind of it's pretty straightforward and said Warner Brothers canceled it on them and had to have layoffs. He couldn't help it.
Yeah.
So it really sucks. Like, I think I said it in that news story of I've always appreciated how Fifth Cell had different takes on different games. So that sucks. But hopefully they come back.
Yeah, hopefully we'll see something come out of them pretty soon, and the people who are fired get somewhere else. But speaking of things closing, y'all I don't even have to ask this question because I know the answer is yes. Y'all remember Drive Club, right?
Is that out yet?
I
wish I didn't.
I'm waiting for it to come out on PS Plus.
I don't know what to tell you, friend. But anyway, the creators of that somewhat hot mess, Evolution Studios, who also created World Rally Championship and MotorStorm, they're closing down.
MotorStorm.
Do what?
MotorStorm.
I don't.
Don't worry about it. Keep going.
Sure.
You're confusing him. Don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brain can only process so much useless information at one time. But anyway, where was I? Evolution Studios, they're closing. No real, at the time I wrote the article, no real explanation was ever really given. But last year, about this same time, about 55 employees were cut from Evolution, which is like half their staff. And apparently that was to focus on Drive Club, quote, as a service. I have no idea what that means, and I have no idea why it required them to fire 55 people, but that's what Sony said. I don't know. It's kind of weird because they closed down the studios, but apparently Drive Club is still slated to come out as a VR title for PlayStation VR, at least as far as I know. So
I bet a different developer was tasked with that.
Yeah,
because VR is different to develop for than consoles.
Yeah,
and they probably closed them now because the fiscal year ends in like a week. So that sucks.
It just seemed kind of sudden and unexpected, and for no real reason. But
I bet Drive Club isn't doing very well, and it's been a hot mess since it has been released.
Yep, I don't know what they were trying to get it to do as a service, but apparently it wasn't working, so...
Probably, like, free-to-play? I don't know, I've never played Drive Club. I've seen it, but that's about it. So...
Yep. I don't know.
I remember I downloaded the PS Plus version of that game, and it took forever, and I played it for 5 minutes, and then I deleted it, because I was like, no.
Great, I'm glad it's a quality product. But, a lot of the World Rally Championship games and MotorStorm games are pretty decent or good. So,
yeah, MotorStorm was wasn't that a PS3 launch title? One of the MotorStorm games.
Sounds right.
It may have been, yeah.
Yeah. So this is a Sony kind of almost legacy.
Yeah.
Developer that just went away.
Yep. I don't know. Really sudden, really unexpected. No real reasons given as of yet. So, I don't know.
All right. Well, thanks for the updates there.
Yeah, someone's moving something very heavy and wheeled in the hallway outside my apartment. Like I feel the whole ground shaking as this thing goes by, like on the other side of my wall. So,
what do you think it is? A refrigerator?
Refrigerator maybe. My roommate has a marimba in his closet, so maybe he's moving that out or something. I don't.
Marimba.
Yeah, it's like a wooden, it's like a big wooden xylophone. Like, the thing about our apartment is that I have the second biggest room, and then that roommate has the smallest room, but he also has a full walk-in closet kind of thing, so to compensate. But this closet is apparently so big that at some point in the past, without either I or my second roommate noticing, he got a full-size musical instrument, a marimba, like a giant xylophone, into that walk-in closet without either of us noticing. And I don't know how or when it got there, but I noticed it when I went in this room, and I was like, oh, so that explains the marimba noises I've been hearing.
I haven't been losing my mind.
Yeah, I kind of assumed it was an alarm on his phone or something, but I guess he'd actually been playing it, so I don't know. That's a spin-off, or what am I trying to say? Spin-off, a tangent.
An aside. Tangent,
yeah, aside. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. But anyway.
Okay. Michael, are you properly sorry for what you done?
No, never.
All right, well, good enough for me. Let's hear your news.
Hey guys.
Hey, Michael.
Yes. Hi.
Do you own PS4s?
I sure do.
I do.
Cool.
It's a good console.
Do you want to buy another one?
No.
Not particularly.
What if I called it PS4.5?
No.
No.
What if I called it PS4K?
No.
No.
What if I called it PS4K but didn't actually play 4K?
Definitely
No.
not.
Well, then I have bad news for you. During GDC week last week, Patrick Klepek of Kotaku, our boy, because he was on the podcast once, right?
Twice.
We
Yes.
should get him on a third time. I hear he's not busy at all ever. Patrick Klepek of Kotaku apparently was hearing people talk about this in line at GDC about a PS4 upgrade, or as some people were calling it, PS4.5, because nobody can name things.
Nope.
There was not much other news about the PS4.5 other than it would have a new GPU and would be focused on 4K resolution. Patrick did the journalistic thing and started asking his coworkers, and turns out Steven Totillo and I think another one of their employees at Kotaku had also heard this from different developers. So this is not like something someone overheard. This was something several people had heard from several different people. And then today, I believe it was today, Eurogamer has independently verified with its own developers and own insider dudes,
Intelligence sources.
Spies, that there is indeed a upgraded PS4 coming out, and that it sounds like, I think one source called it a PS4K. Now, there's one problem with this, other than we'll get into the idea of upgradable consoles in a second, but there's one problem.
What is the problem?
To my knowledge, current consumer available graphics cards don't do 4K really well. That the frame rate suffers, that even at thousands of dollars, graphics cards can't handle that.
Yeah,
so
sounds pretty reasonable.
So if you really want to look this up in depth, Eurogamer and Digital Foundry have a lengthy technical write-up that I skimmed through and I think fell asleep through twice. But I don't have the technical aptitude to understand all of this, geometry within processors and whatever. But they are essentially, and I've seen this talked about other places, that they are assuming that it will be a 4K, what's the word? 4K kind of booster. That's not the word I'm thinking of, but that it won't actually run natively at 4K, but the internal hardware will present it in 4K. So the PS4 as is can show 4K television and 4K movies. Not that there are any out there, but so if you had a 4K TV and found the tiny section at Best Buy that sells 4K movies for probably $1,000 each, and had a PS4, you can utilize all that and watch it in 4K.
Yeah.
So people are assuming, since those GPUs simply aren't available and cheap enough that you could sell it in a consumer basis, that they will essentially up-res games to look like 4K.
Yeah.
That'll technically allow them to display things at 4K and still have the back end that it will run smoothly at least at 30 frames per second. And still keep the cost to on par with launch price, around $400. So I don't know if that's all speculation and assumption based on the current market and the current PC parts that are available. I've seen talk that this has been around for a while, that this has been shared among specific developers for at least since last year. So it sounds like at E3 we'll get a new SKU for PS4. So now every single console manufacturer is going to have something new to announce. Apparently,
Great, very exciting.
Yeah, it actually sounds really cool. Like, I don't know if, based on like what Microsoft said and the rumors about Sony, I don't think I would like to spend $400 on a brand new machine that I already have.
No.
But if there was an upgrade path made available to current consumers, like give us $200 in your current machine and we'll send you a new one, I think that's reasonable.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, it needs to be some sort of reasonable path instead of just, man, I need to go out and buy like 3 new consoles to keep up with all this shit. Like, it's impossible for the normal person to do that if they're going to try to play all these games.
Well, the normal person wouldn't buy all 3. Like the normal person picks one. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah, you're right.
The normal, like, still, we're different.
It's
even in our small little website, we're different than a normal consumer. We're more knowledgeable, and like I own all 3, you own 2, plus you almost came into contact with an Xbox One, so like plus our PCs, like we're different, and
we're fucking crazy people.
Yep. But for the average consumer, like imagine if you just bought it, like you waited. Last year was the first real year to get a console and to enjoy it. That every single console had games to play, both new and old. Like imagine if you just bought it. And like
that would feel real shitty. Yeah.
Like if you bought it in December or even November and Black Friday, and here you are less than 6 months later, and they're saying there'll be a new one. Like that's pretty shit. And like especially if they come this year, and I don't know if they will. If they're smart, they come this year because supposedly the NX comes this year, so it puts something on the market that competes with Nintendo, but. Without an upgrade path, without something that's cheaper on the people who already own these machines, and without like current Sony or Microsoft PR out there saying, I mean, I guess Microsoft kind of said it, but Sony hasn't said anything to ensure everyone that hey, your current games will run on anything called the PS4. Your current games will run. That's all I want to hear personally. Is like no matter what, if you get the PS4 20 years from now, assuming it's still going, current games will run. That's all I want to hear. So, E3 is going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of new hardware, or at least a lot of people going, "Why didn't you announce new hardware?" So,
it's going to be a real mess.
Yep,
it already is.
Yeah, just us talking about it is already a huge mess, and we're all scared and confused. Speaking of big messes that leave us scared and confused, there were a bunch of Nintendo rumors that happened this week. Are you all ready for the Nintendo rumor check-in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nintendo rumor check-in.
I think for a while I was calling these rumor roundups when they would happen like 3 or 4 in a day or a week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
So just play some cowboy music. Rumor roundup. A rumor roundup.
It's time for the rumor roundup.
Well,
are you all ready to join us in?
Let me go get my cowboy boots and my 10-gallon hat out of the closet, and we can have ourselves a rumor roundup.
You really swung into like Southern Kentucky.
Yeah, I did.
There.
It was weird.
Oh my, it's real hot in here.
My. Yeah. Anyway, you think I'd know that since I'm in Texas?
You're just Blanche from Golden Girls now.
Sure.
Now spit in my spittoon and call me a partner. It's time for the rumor roundup. Now listen, compadre. I've been hearing word that Nintendo Wii U.
Stop.
This is atrocious.
Use your normal voice.
Okay.
I think I'm so adverse to bad fake Texas accents I can't even make myself do one. It's
Sorry.
like a.
John,
a line
tell me the news like
cross.
a normal person.
Okay, I'm going to tell you that it might not even be news. It might be bullshit. But
it's all bullshit apparently. But go ahead.
Yeah. Okay, there was a report that came out of the Nikkei, which is the Japanese, basically the Japanese equivalent of the New York Times.
Sure.
And they announced that Nintendo would be ceasing production of the Wii U by the end of this year.
Which, on the face of it, that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense. The NX has been heavily rumored to come out by the end of this year, and if that is going to be the successor to the Wii U, of course they would stop making the old console.
Yeah.
Well, that's not normally what happens. Like normally, like PS2s were made well into the PS3 life cycle. Same with PS3 to PS4. Xbox is the same. Well, not the original Xbox. Like,
well,
that's actually abnormal. But in the case of the Wii U,
yeah, I was gonna say it makes sense because the Wii U is heavily considered a failure. It is Nintendo.
It's considered a failure. They want to put it behind them, and
Nintendo wants to move on.
And I have to imagine they have a ton of stock.
Yeah,
exactly. So even if they stop making them, they probably won't run out for a while.
No.
They want to shift production to the new console. They want to start putting that out there, and that just makes sense. But Nintendo recently said that this isn't true, but that could just be them saying that to save face for their investors because they don't want to seem like they're just cutting their losses and splitting.
Yeah.
Well, investors and consumers, like, you see this, like, if you want, go back and watch, like, the PS4 E3 or the Xbox One E3. They, like, before they announce those machines or afterwards, they continue to say, oh, and we still have other consoles. They're still good. Games still coming out for them, please.
And also they continue to make moves to bring previous consoles stuff into the current gen. Like, I mean, the Xbox One getting that 360 backwards compatibility, that continues to be news. Like, whenever they bring something to the backwards compatibility list, that's news. Like, the continuing support of old consoles is important to consumers.
Yeah, totally.
But this news still makes sense. Either way, I would not be too surprised.
No.
Both seem to be understandable.
I could see them cutting production.
Yeah,
maybe not
fully
ending it.
Ceasing.
Yeah, maybe not ending it. I could see them cutting it.
Sure.
But there's only 12 million of those things out there. Like, even if it gets up to 20 and gets the GameCube territory, like, you're not. You have. Like, there's no way they made so few that they expected that kind of stuff to happen. So
exactly,
yeah, they still have some somewhere.
They're good. They're good. Yeah. The last bit here that I will mention is speaking of the NX. There were some interesting but pretty hilarious rumors going around about the NX controller leak.
Yep. I cannot roll my eyes hard enough.
Now, I mentioned this last week. That there were images of a supposed leak of the NX controller. I just talked about it briefly because I was like, I don't know if it's real or not, but, Niall wanted me to mention it. And, it was something to converse about. Whatever.
Yeah.
Just at the time of recording, right before we started recording, that picture got debunked. Someone admitted to creating that image.
Gleefully admitted.
Yes, very gleefully. Like, cut together clips from Dumb and Dumber that gleefully. But it was just especially funny because a couple days after that initial reveal, some other images popped up that were honestly a little bit more... they seemed a little bit more legit.
Yeah.
They look like actual images from a camera and not like smuggled out of Tron.
Yeah, so it was like, all right, maybe, but of course, cooler heads were still like, okay, why isn't there a picture of like a dev kit? Why aren't there any better explanations of what this thing does other than just a couple really basic explanations that didn't go into any detail that people... If someone was making a game with this controller, they would know the ins and outs of it if they were going to make a game.
Yeah, you wouldn't say, like, it has a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack.
Yeah, like, who gives a rat's ass?
Yeah, and, like, where is the mini USB port for powering it up? And, like, where was anything? Like, where's the infrared sensor or the Bluetooth sensor? Where's the... Like, it had a label maker... type sticker that said confidential property and another one that said unit 2. Like, I didn't see any Nintendo branding, like nothing. And it didn't, like, the last thing that I thought was really odd was it didn't look like a dev kit. And anyone who's seen a dev kit knows they don't look fancy and nice and shiny. They look like pieces of shit. Like the PS3
they don't need to look nice. It's not for your living room, it's to make games on.
Yeah, it is a computer that simulates what the consumer device will do. Like, go look at the PS3 dev kit. It is a rack-mounted PC. Like, it is not even in anything resembling a PS3. Like, go look at the Wii U dev kit. Like, the Wii U gamepad is a large brick. It is a rectangle that they put it in. It has corners on it. Like, everything about this screams. And the first pictures that you mentioned that I think were put up, like, on Destructoid and stuff, those pictures have been debunked. These new ones, even though they look exactly like those first ones, haven't been debunked.
They did just get debunked.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say, other than by logic and sanity, they haven't been debunked, but I guess they have.
But
so.
it was just especially funny because there was a whole like war on NeoGAF where people were like, no, look, listen, I can tell where this image was taken because this is a Swedish keyboard and this tree in this reflection is this exact tree on the outside of this building. Like, that's what people were saying, and it was hilarious. Like, we were cracking jokes in the Slack, just like, the tree, Michael, the tree, and it was so fun. Like, I don't know, like once that second bunch of pictures came out, there was a point where I was like, maybe, but you know, I was still just like, let's see where this goes. Let's see if we get more information. If there's not any information in the next couple of days, then. But then the person finally just admitted that it was fake, and it was like, okay, good.
So
fair enough.
there's one caveat to this, and Andy McNamara, who's the editor-in-chief of Game Informer, came out on Twitter and said, from what I've heard, and I've listened to him talk about this once or twice now. He heard from one source, so he hasn't been able to verify it, and he hasn't been able to verify that the photos were what he heard of. But his one source, and again, this is one source, said that the Nintendo controller would not have any buttons on it. And this leaked, quote-unquote, controller only has 2 joysticks and is in itself a screen and no buttons. So that matches what Andy McNamara heard.
See, now, here's the thing.
And the other thing that he brought up, just to finish this thought.
Okay.
The other thing that he brought up was, this was something that I remember hearing rumored for Sony and Microsoft, and would kind of fit. And this is a little more far in speculation than any kind of basis in reality.
Sure.
The reasoning you may not have seen any dev kit is that might be it. So Nintendo's very heavily into mobile, and this is mostly from Andy McNamara. This was his speculation, and I just thought it was really interesting, so I'm passing it along. His speculation was there is a dongle that you could put into your TV, right into the HDMI, and everything would be run on the controller, and you would simply stream it to your computer, and it would be or to your TV. And then you could unplug the dongle or walk away, and the thing you're holding, the controller, is still a mobile device. So it would fall in line to the rumors we've already heard, where the NX is the console and a mobile device. It would make more sense. For like, if you really think about it, it would make more sense of like, how could this be a mobile device? Like, all I keep thinking is like shoving a Wii U gamepad into my backpack. Like, that's not a mobile device. And how would it communicate with the console? It could just be that. Yep. Like and cell phone hardware can certainly do pretty good graphics. So, you know, just because the controller is fake, and just because the controller is fake, doesn't mean something like that couldn't come along and couldn't work. Yeah, like
you're right. No, like I see. The thing is that I think it was Frank Cifaldi or Chris Kohler who pointed this out on Twitter, that the something that definitely tipped people off that it was fake was that it looked exactly like those trademark
the patents,
patents.
Yeah, and patents never look like the final product.
Yeah, but those could be close to what they are, because they showed like images of the DS patent, and it was close. But the DS ended up being like more stocky, more elegant, more of what we see today.
Sure,
so
a patent,
that basic idea is probably what the NX is going to be.
Yeah,
but it's going to probably be a lot different, a lot more user friendly.
Yeah, consumer friendly. Yeah, totally. So I think this just shows how excited people are for the NX and hopeful for the NX. But everyone and their mother needs to chill the fuck out. Yeah. Chill out.
That's just about Nintendo in general.
Well, about video games in general, or life. But, like, no buttons, who the fuck cares? Like, and I've seen a lot of people bringing up the Wii and how everyone's reaction to that was like, oh, I'll never do that. And the Wii was the best-selling console, I think, of all time. So, clearly, internet mob and internet reactions are wrong.
We'll see.
I mean, I'm not saying that necessarily they're wrong this time, but knee-jerk reactions tend not to be anywhere close to reality.
Yeah.
So
hearing that it probably doesn't have buttons is a little worrisome, especially considering the whole third-party thing. Like, it's Nintendo is never good with third parties, but they're becoming more and more like they're trying to be more lenient on them, and they just can't do that if they keep fucking around with the controllers. So, you know, that's a little worrisome. But at the end of the day, as long as the games are good and if it's usable and it feels good to play, I don't care.
I mean, the Wii wasn't third party friendly at all. The only thing that made it third party friendly was its sales. So if you're sitting in a Nintendo, and again, this is kind of cribbing from Andy McNamara, but if you're sitting in a Nintendo boardroom and you ask yourself what made the Wii good, it was accessibility. So what's accessible? Cell phones and mobile games. So are you going to chase after the Xbox One and the PS4 to
No, they're going to go after cell phones.
Yeah, they're going to go after something that if you give it to Grandma, she goes, oh, I get this. And if you give it to little Johnny, he goes, I get this. And if you give it to Joe Schmo like us, we go, yeah, I totally get what's happening here. And then you are no longer pandering to Ubisofts and EAs and Activisions. They're pandering to you again. Mm-hmm. So it makes business sense, if they can do it, to go out on a limb rather than fall in line with everyone else because it didn't work with the Wii U. Like, where was Madden? They could put a Madden on a Wii U. Like, they were doing it on Xbox 360 for years, and FIFA and all that. They didn't do it because, the Wii U didn't sell. So why pander to third parties if you could just make them come to you or fail anyways? So business sense, it makes a lot of sense and logic to go that way or something similar.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's all keep freaking out about Nintendo forever.
This is wait until E3.
Yep.
Yeah,
then freak out.
Yeah, I mean, hell yeah, we're gonna freak out during E3. We're gonna
stand
be there.
on
We're gonna
chairs.
be like, "Whoa!
Fantasy VII, Shenmue!" And I'll be the guy, like the girl in that YouTube stream. I'm gonna be the guy just sitting there, like, yeah, all right.
Okay.
You guys are fucking idiots.
I guess.
Yeah. Am I the only one who can look at shit and act like a human being after it's announced? Really?
Yes.
Am I the only fucking one? It's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be these idiots acting like animals, and I'm just gonna be like, it's fucking calm down.
No, never.
Someone doesn't know how to have fun.
Lord.
I can have fun without jumping on a fucking chair like a lunatic.
All right, Oprah. I'll be Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it always works out for Tom Cruise.
Yeah, it does.
I will gladly be Oprah in that scenario.
Okay. Let's move on to questions. Michael, would you like to begin the perusal of the questions that we got on our Tumblr and emails?
You can send questions to podcast@videogamechoochoo.com or videogamechoochoo.com, videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask.
There you go. That's better.
Mm-hmm. Yuri Librarian asks, people are calling the PS4 with 4K resolution the PS4K. Is this as dumb as I think it is, or am I just being weird? It's pretty. It's pretty.
Yeah,
dumb.
it's kind of dumb.
Yeah, it's a dumb name. They just call it the PS4G, and the G stands for graphics. You're done. You're different. That's better than PS4K.
The PS4 : this time it's better.
It should be the PS4 2.
The artist formerly known as PS4.
PS4
That's good.
PS4-2 Lightning Returns.
Oh no.
No, that was 13.3, I think.
PS4 0.
Damn, that's a good one.
PS4, it'll play Kingdom Hearts.
Yep.
Yeah, there you
PS4 Alpha. PS4 Alpha 2.
Super Street Fighter PS4.
Damn.
PS
Arcade Edition.
PS4 720.
Omega. PS Cross 4K.
PS4 Chrono Phantasm Extend.
Shoeless asks, question for John. Why is Chandelier such an asshole to fight against? Question. Okay, so that's the first question. Go ahead.
Okay. Because it's got those long, spindly things, and it just gets on you, and it's fucked up, and it's a ghost.
Long, spindly things that get on you. Great answer.
Mm-hmm.
Question for Mike, Ryan, etc. Why is Sebastian such a dweeb? I don't know who Sebastian
Who's
is.
Sebastian?
Who's Sebastian?
Who's Sebastian?
John, who's Sebastian?
I don't know who Sebastian is. Shulas, please send in another question for next week about who Sebastian...
Hold on.
Is it someone... It might be someone from Day of the Tentacle.
Maybe Fire Emblem? No.
No.
I don't know.
Okay, hang on.
I'm bad with names, so I don't know.
Let me look up Sebastian Day
Games. Sebastian... I just typed in Sebastian Games. There's a guy named Sebastian who makes YouTube videos.
What a dweeb.
Yeah, I don't know who Sebastian Game...
The great
Toby Sebastian in Game of Thrones.
Someone is like banging on doors in my apartment, like all over the place. Tekken.
They're trying to deliver a fucking
character,
refrigerator.
a character in Tekken. Someone from Game of Thrones. Someone.
Guess what? We're
anime.
moving on. We're moving on.
Sure.
We're not going to find out. Shoeless, describe Sebastian to us. Paint a word picture.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
Am I?
Oh, I think we are seeing the return of our inbox champ, Mask.
Mask asks, guess who's back? Back again. Guess who's back? Tell a friend. No, really. Tell a friend. So, pals, Pokken is a thing. Who needs to be added to Pokken? Why is it special? How do you feel about PS Plus and the Games for Gold? Do they need to do better? What do they need to do better with the AAA games and indies, respectively? If you wanted to go full esports, what game would you esport in? Do you think there's some seedy underground Pokken that's no holds barred? What the fuck is that NX controller, Harrison Ford?
Okay, so we covered,
it's a lot to
a
unpack.
couple of these.
Yeah.
So the first question is who they needed to be added to Pokken. An anonymous also asks, who would you want for potential future Pokken DLC? Masks essentially says it should be Sfeel.
I say ditto.
Yeah.
You agree?
Yeah, like as Mokujin, like a Mokujin style character, I do agree. There should be a Mokujin style character in that game to fully bridge the gap between Pokken and Tekken.
Because Gengar's in Pokken already, right?
Gengar's in.
War
I don't
Turtle.
know. Yeah,
The original 150.
sure. Porygon.
Just fill it up. Mm-hmm.
No, but Porygon would be really cool. Porygon Z especially, because Porygon Z is like all buggy. That would be really cool. I would like Porygon Z a lot.
Agumon.
Stop. Kangaskhan is my favorite Pokemon, so I would love to have Kangaskhan in there. It would also be really neat to see like if it Mega Evolves, because Kangaskhan's Mega Evolution is that the baby comes out of the pouch. So that would be a really interesting like fighting mechanic, having like an extra character, or like the baby could kind of be like a puppet character kind of thing, or like the baby does its own thing and you could just kind of like double team your opponent. That would be really cool.
How do you feel about PS Plus and Games for Gold? I like them. Like it's nice to have free games every month.
Yeah.
I feel like they've been lacking for the last 6 months.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say for the past couple months it's been really bad.
The best thing to come out
next-
of the last couple months in my memory was probably Grim Fandango Remastered. So
Yeah. I kind of wish I wish PS Plus would stop the voting. I wish that was a more rare thing than, I don't know, Broforce. We still need to give you that, so we'll put it up against these unknown things, so Broforce wins. But Games for Gold this coming up month has Sunset Overdrive, and I forget the other game, but it has like actual full games. So
wow,
I'll be playing Sunset Overdrive soon.
cool.
Yeah, that's something that people have been kind of complaining about for PS Plus that I can understand. that it's been a couple years that the PS4 has been out, and they haven't really started to put out AAA games for PS4. Yeah. It's been all indies. Like, they'll do some pretty big-name games on PS3 and Vita here and there, but never anything major for PS4, so I can see why people would be frustrated there. Like, I think they should start dipping their toes into some bigger games. Like, I think the biggest game that I got for PS4 was Injustice. Like, that was a pretty big get, but I don't know. I think that maybe they could start putting some bigger games on there.
Put the order on
or
there.
like they haven't put Knack on there. Put Knack on there. Who fucking cares?
Yeah.
You're not going to sell any more copies of Knack.
And really, if you think about it, like, it's kind of shitty to those indie games. And I know, like, at least at PS Plus, from what I've heard, is depending on your deal, and every deal is different, that depending on the downloads is how you get paid. But, you know, it made Rocket League into a big game, but when I sit there and see Games for Gold just giving me full titles on both Xbox 360 and Xbox One, and most of the Xbox, I think all of the Xbox 360 games I can then play on my Xbox One, it's kind of hard to defend PS Plus at this point, and they really need to step it up. I would like to see Xbox do better with its indies, just in general. I feel like they don't ever talk about them, even though I feel like I've heard them mention a lot of indie games, like Cuphead. I just feel like no big titles have come out for the Xbox One yet. So
yeah, there needs to be a better mix. Like, PS4 seems to be going all in on the indie games, and it becomes a little frustrating. And Xbox is all these full games, and you don't get these little experiences. And yeah, that is what they are focused on in general. But I don't know. I just think there needs to be a little bit more of a mix.
It has to do with, like, PS4 and Sony have just dropped the ball on first party development.
Yeah.
So everything's third party and indie, and their third party team and their indie team, like guys like Adam Boyes and John Drake and like that team and Gio Corsi, fucking killing it. They are doing their job and then some. Like, Final Fantasy VII is being remade. You know, Shenmue is coming about and being kickstarted. Like, say what you will, and I have ill feelings towards both those projects, but like they're all like they're doing it. And they're doing, like, they're helping Day of the Tentacle come out and Grim Fandango come out. Like, they're doing it. And then if I was that team, I would be, like, sending emails every day to, like, first-party people and be like, hey, help, please, anything? So that's part of it, is PS Plus really, after you get past the initial launch, like, what can they put on there that isn't third-party?
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Yeah. If you wanted to go full esports, what game would you esport in? I guess Halo. Dive Kick?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess Halo, because I was alright at Halo. I don't know. Factorio?
Great.
Esports.
Yeah. Ryan,
Factorio.
What would you esport in esports? How would you esports it up?
I'll do Stardew Valley esports competition for the best potatoes. So,
oh man, how many gold potatoes can you make in a season?
Yep.
If you do you think there is some seedy underground Pokken that's no holds barred? I hope, like blood and injuries.
Yeah, I mean, Team Rocket's got to be running that racket.
What the fuck is that NX controller? Well, we kind of went over that. It's fake.
It's fake.
I kind of hope something similar, some elements exist in the NX. I want the NX to challenge the way I play video games, like the Wii did, and even the Wii U did. And then Harrison Ford. So
he's old.
Yeah, you can't act for fucking shit anymore.
Jeez.
Anonymous asked about the Pokken DLC, so we kind of answered that. So thank you for that question, both Mask and Anonymous. Pikachurus, still don't know how to pronounce it. Never tell me how to pronounce it.
I'm just pulling that on my ass too. Don't worry.
No, I meant them. Like, never tell me how to pronounce your name.
Okay.
If you can make a restaurant based off a video game, what video game would you pick? What would some menu items be called? And which item from the game inspired its creation?
That's a good question.
Factorio, but it's really just a factory and you just make things and there's no food because you're too busy making things. I don't know. I have to think about that. game restaurant.
I mean, I think a Smash Bros. Themed restaurant would be really fun. Just
Shut
because...
up.
Wow.
What?
Jeez, Michael.
What the fuck?
Lay it on me. Come on. What is your dumb Smash Bros. Theme restaurant like?
No, I just think it would be...
Do the waiters fight the chefs?
Wow.
No.
Jesus.
What the fuck is wrong with you? What is this? Where did this come from?
No, bring it on. I want to hear your spiel for like baseball bats being pummeled with each other.
Michael, Jesus Christ. No, listen,
Now I'm feeling attacked, and you're not even talking to me.
Yeah, what the hell?
Wait till you answer.
Yeah. There's a lot of food-based items in Smash Bros. And I think that would be fun if they would just bring Smash Bros. Style food and just, make it a fun event. And, maybe there could be, like, a medieval time style tournament thing where you're each in, like, a different, like, section. And it's like, oh, I'm player 1, they're player 2, yada, yada, yada. And then you could cheer for the character to win the matches. That would be fun.
That would only happen in Japan.
Yeah, but... So, and like I could just imagine, like, oh man, you got this. Someone ordered the super spicy curry, and then if you can eat the entire curry, then that'll boost your guy, or something like that.
Would they have like a heart-shaped cake that if you ate all of it, you feel better?
Heart container, yeah, heart container. You could have the like you could drink like Young Link's MooMoo milk, or like just stuff like that.
I'm gonna drink any young man's MooMoo milk. Thank you very much. Ryan, do you have an answer?
Yeah, I do. My restaurant idea is how about a Civ 5 restaurant where it's a big buffet from like across the world, and then you ask someone at the table to share, and then they make an alliance with someone else, and then they come and declare war on your table. So
and then India attacks you because Gandhi's kind of a dick in that game.
Yeah. I don't know. Just like the food would just be like a big buffet of like stuff from across the world. I don't think it tastes very good because when you've got that much food, it's really hard to make it all good. But
and it takes ages to eat it all.
Yeah, you have to make a reservation like a month or 2 in advance, and then you finally get there, and you're there for like 8 hours.
God. But Michael, do you have an idea?
Hold on one second.
Okay.
There we go. I found it. I was trying to think of the name of something. Cook, serve, delicious.
Yes!
The restaurant.
Cook, serve, delicious! Yes! I love that game.
To order, you would have a keyboard in front of you, and you would have to hit all the right things in order. So if you want a hamburger, how many patties, what do you want on it? All right, hit C, T, M, and then hit enter.
Oh, man. The dude who made Cook Serve Delicious is making a sequel to that.
Yeah,
I'm
really?
so excited.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh, man. I want to play Cook Serve Delicious 2 so bad. I love that first game.
Serve. Delicious.
Yes. Oh. Fuck. God, I love that game.
All right, last question as we think about Cook Serve Delicious for the rest of our lives. As we should. What video game character do you think you're all most like?
I don't know.
Should it be like who we think it is, or should we like say it for everyone else? Like, should we each pick different people? Like, I'll do Michael and Ryan. Ryan does me and Michael. Like, should we do it that way? That might be more fun.
Hold on for this dog to stop barking.
Okay. I know how you feel, Mike.
Mm-hmm. And no one's stopping him.
Nope.
Fucking great.
Okay. It is great, isn't it?
Heaven fucking forbid this dog not fucking bark. Alright, I'm ready.
Okay. But yeah, how about we each pick one for someone else? Ryan, do you have one for either of us?
Niles, Captain Falcon.
This is a lot of pressure on me.
Okay, Michael, do you have an idea?
Niles, Captain Falcon.
He's Captain Falcon?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to think.
This is difficult. This is like a life or death kind of question.
I mean, if we just have to pick for ourselves, I guess I have one for myself.
Sure.
I'm Travis Touchdown, but
I was going to say Travis
No.
Touchdown for you anyway, John.
No.
So I'm glad.
But with
you
my
said
life
that.
in order. But with my life in order. Like, if Travis Touchdown, like, made some better choices in his life, that would be me.
Yeah.
You're Luigi.
No.
Yeah.
Michael, you're... I don't know what you are, Michael.
Thanks.
Who are you? What are you?
I'm your conscience.
Yeah, sounds about right. I don't know.
Michael, you're like... You'd be like Geralt. Because you're just like, I don't fucking know, I'm here, I'm helping.
Yeah, Michael's no
cares?
nonsense. He's the only
I call
competent
him-
one on this whole website.
Yeah.
I just call my
competent.
horses the same name.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be Geralt.
Call my editors the same name, Roach.
Yeah, idiot. Who would Ryan be?
I don't know.
Let's think. I don't know. That's a good question.
Wow.
Niall, please edit these long stretches of us thinking out, please, because this isn't good podcasting.
No.
No, leave them in.
God,
Don't.
fuck, no.
Don't leave
See how
him.
creative we fucking are?
I beg
No.
you.
No. I don't know. I mean, Ryan, do you have any ideas, maybe?
I do not know. I'm sorry. I'm not creative enough to know. I mean, I know like 5 video game characters, and let's see.
What?
Geralt, Travis Touchdown,
Geralt, Travis Touchdown, Halo Man,
Duke Nukem,
Captain Falcon, Duke Nukem.
the
You're
big
Duke Nukem.
the big
Congratulations.
robot from Portal, and the dude from Spelunky. Those are the only 5 video game characters I know.
All right, then
Great.
you're the dude from Spelunky. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Great.
Michael, please remind the good folks at home where they can send in their questions, please.
You can email us at podcast@videogamechoochoo.com, or you can send us questions at videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask.
Thank you.
Yep.
And that will be it for this episode of the podcast. We have a lot of reviews and articles up on the site. Let me go. I gotta pull up the site to like read it off.
Yeah,
That's how
got
much
Michael
shit we
and Michael and I put out a video for a Space Jacked, which I actually forgot to talk about when we were talking about games earlier. But go check that out. It's a really cool kind of tower defense game. I think both of us enjoyed it when we weren't talking about Space Odyssey or Star Wars. So, you know,
Yeah, we put up a VGCC vintage for Pikmin. It was me, Michael, and Niall. I have my Pokken tournament review up there. We have Niall wrote a little impressions piece on Stardew Valley, not like a review, but he just talked about it.
Yep.
And we should also have that Day of the Tentacle review up by the time the podcast is out.
Yep.
And Ryan will have his newest Land of the Licensed out as well.
Yep.
So we
It
will
be
definitely have plenty of content for you to take a look at, and even more on the way. So thanks so much for
Keep those
listening, and
peepers peeled.
yeah, keep those peepers peeled. Keep your earlobes down instead of up. Don't cover up your ears with the rest of your ear.
And this,
Because we want you to listen, and we want you to rate and review this podcast. Go on the iTunes and say,
Yes.
hey, 5 stars. This is a good classic comedy for all to enjoy. But yeah,
Sure.
no, please spread the word about the site and continue to support us. We'll see you next week with another episode of the Video Game Choo Choo podcast. Good night.
Good night.